Hello everyone, my name is Russell. Today I'm looking at the Holy Stone F181 Universe Explorer. I'm going to show you how to replace a motor on it. Alright, I took out a lot of the screws already just to save time on this video, because I realize that when I look up things I don't look at the longest videos sometimes, so try to find information quick, so I think this should help. All the guards for the blade guards have screws in them. They have screws right here in the center. Now I already took that out just to be able to take it off quicker. And as you can tell, I removed some of the screws from the blades already. Each blade has one screw into the side, and I'll show you. This drops out. Right there you can see where it screws in. It's on the copter. There's a screw hole here on the blade. So let me see, which ones did I take off already? So I must have left two on. This one's on. Sometimes I find the screws are hard to get out. You just have to pull up a little pressure on the blades for it just to pull against the threads. And it comes out pretty good after that. Alright, and on the bottom, I removed most of the screws. Now, the screws I loosened on the legs already, so they're just shoved in right now, but you would loosen up these screws and just pull these out, pull out the blades, I mean the landing gear. I'm just going to remove the camera, just to make it a little easier. It just slides on by these two little hooks. Two little hooks on it. And it just slides onto this part right here. And just unplug it. The battery housing slides back a little bit. I think it's going to be easier to work with, so you can just turn it a little bit just to remove it. Just be careful. That comes right off. Alright, now they have a screw here, 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 and here. That's 3 there on each motor housing. And then I have one here underneath the battery housing. I have one in the front. And then in each side where the landing gear go in the whole part, here's where the landing gear screw on. And here they have a screw deep inside here on every single one, so you gotta make sure you get those ones out. I believe I removed all those already, so I'll just remove the screw right here. And the screw in the front. And after that, everything should pop off if I have all the screws removed. So these are kind of unique on some of the quadcopters I've seen. The battery, the motor, and the housing for the blades are all in one. And it just goes, it just pushes in right here. Make sure I can see it clearly. There's a little nub that sticks up. One goes in the hole here, and then the other one goes on the top part. Goes in the top part, so that holds the motor housing in pretty good. Wires run from the motor down through a little hole in the housing right there. That just keeps it out of the way so it doesn't get caught in nothing or crushed when you put it back together. Right on this side, I have a black and a white wire for the motor. Comes up here. And white, you actually have a white circle that goes around where the white one goes on. So that will help. So that's the white goes to white. And then the black goes to the other one right here. So that's going to help me remember. But lots of times I recommend that you just take a picture with your camera to make sure that you get them back in the correct position. Alright, trying to find the best angle to get into this so I can pull the wire out but not melt none of these other wires. So I got them all pulled back. You might want to hold the wires with the pliers if you feel comfortable with that. That went pretty good. I'll just pull this whole battery housing out. Motor housing. And then the motor's just pushed in there. Just pull it out. It comes out pretty easy. Alright, so I'm going to put the motor back in. Show the housing. Here's the opening for it. Slide it back in. Feed your wires back through. I recall when I pulled it out that the wires were around this. The main thing is that they don't get caught in nothing where it can be smashed or anything once you put it back down. Put it back in. Alright, the black wire was right here. Make sure. The white wire was in the area where they had that round circle of white around it. Right here is a white wire where the white circle was, and the black wire. And check them to make sure they're tight. Pull them a little bit. You don't want to come off. And that's soldered back in. I'm going to put all the wires back where they belong. Kind of were like folded up over the top here. And I'll plug back in this part. I'm just being careful. Everything's so kind of easy to break. I just want to be careful with everything so I don't mess it up. Take my time. These wires seem out of the way. Put this part back on. And I'll probably stop videoing because I don't want to take all this time. Maybe putting all the screws back in. Okay, I have all the screws back in. 3 in each motor housing. And don't forget the ones in where the landing gear go. 4 there. And then 1 here and 1 in the front. Alright, I'm going to snap the battery cover back in. Slide the camera back on. And plug it in. Notice when you get them, the wires kind of like tucked underneath the camera just to keep it out of the way. So I'm going to start putting the motors back in. I'll just put the slide that on. This is the front right, so this gets a B blade. A little bit of fuzz on it. Just find a hole in the blade and line it up. Line it up with the hole. Get the A blade on the other side. There's another A. Right in the hole on this side. Just note the positions of the blades, because you have your clockwise and counterclockwise blades. Alright, you got a B blade, A blade. So they turn inside towards the front to the inside. So you got a B and an A. And it's going to go the opposite on the back. So B is here, the B is going on this side. A here, A on this side. So put the screw on that magnetic tip on that screwdriver, helps a lot. There's the last one. Here's the B blade. Notice when I took it apart, there was longer screws in the body, but the lengths of the blades are short.